Hey guys, sorry this is going to be another short video. I'm just coming to the end of my first month at a new job and everything's kind of hectic at the moment, and last week I had a week-long training session in Manchester which I had to go to, so I haven't done a heck of a lot of reading. The one thing that I have been reading this week is a Harry Potter fan fiction. It's called Harry Potter and the Methods of Rationality, and it's by Eliezer Yudkowsky. I probably just butchered that name, but it's a really interesting fan fiction which has been sort of like e-published by the author, and it's a very interesting twist in the Harry Potter universe. Basically, it centres around a universe in which Harry is adopted by his Aunt Petunia and her husband, a science professor. It's a really interesting twist on the world that we all know and love, just because of the differences that this tweak has had. Without sort of giving away a million spoilers, I will talk about it a little bit. Um, it's a very interesting twist because Harry is a very intelligent young man, and it actually doesn't come off very well on it. When I first started reading the book, I really kind of didn't like it, and I pushed through it just because I was actually really interested to see the different changes that were going to be happening with it. The main reason I didn't like it was because Harry is kind of a dick, and a Harry Potter book where that's the case wasn't really an okay thing for me to start off with. But he kind of is a little bit misunderstood just because of his sort of higher intelligence, and it's actually a really interesting book in which he and Hermione both get sorted into Ravenclaw, and I'm about maybe a third of the way through it. It's a super long book. It's like 1,000 pages. So I did do some reading, but just obviously not finished a book off. But yeah, he and Hermione get sorted into Ravenclaw, and Neville gets sorted into Hufflepuff, and Harry kind of befriends Malfoy as well, which is really odd. And the only issue that I have with this, well, the two big issues that I have with this are the fact that Harry isn't really a relatable character in it. You kind of don't like him most of the way through it so far. I'm starting to like him a little bit more in it, to be honest, which is really good. But the second big problem is that it relies on you already being a massive fan of the series. And I know this is the case with a lot of fan fiction. I mean, I haven't read tons and tons of fan fiction, but the fan fiction that I have read usually relies on you being a big fan already. But so many things are introduced into this like universe straight away from week one, on year one of Hogwarts, like Horcruxes and sort of Dementors and the Unforgivable Curses and Unbreakable Vows. They're all mentioned like in Harry's fourth day kind of thing. So it's kind of definitely dependent on you already knowing and being invested in the universe, which I guess is cool for me because I'm a huge Harry Potter nerd, which you might have already guessed. But yeah, it is kind of alienating to anyone who isn't as big of a fan of it as I am. So that's kind of another thing that's not great with the novel. But having said that, it is a really interesting read, and it seems to have got a lot of interest sparked up for it. There are tons and tons of reviews out there for the book. I'm going to carry on reading that. I'm also at the moment about a quarter of the way through The Catcher in the Rye, which so far is amazing, but I don't really want to talk about it now. I'd rather have a bit more of a talk about it after I finish reading it, so that'll probably be in my next video. Yeah, see you in 2 weeks. Love you. Bye.